First we have Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop. Wait, wasn't this the guy who lit up the bowling alley and got arrested for it? Yep, that's him, and he was facing 20 years in prison. However, Memphis is so lenient on crime that he only did 6 months in jail before being released.
What the hell?
And because of this negligence, he was right back to the life of crime in the streets. And secondly, we have Straight Drop's best friend, a man named Cornelius Smith. And this guy, well, he was supposed to be in prison as well, for carjacking and for kidnapping. However, in typical Memphis fashion, a judge let him off easy once again. Well, because of this, the duo were back together in the streets and hungry for that alleged $100,000 bounty. While Dolph is casually riding around Memphis in his Corvette, these two are riding around looking for him. And that takes us to November 17th, 2021, 12:15 p.m. Dolph leaves his grandma's house in South Memphis and heads to a local bake shop called Makita's Cookies. After getting a couple of cookies and supporting the local business, he walks back out to his Corvette. But little does he know, Straight Drop and Cornelius know exactly where he's at and they're on their way. So while Dolph is standing outside his car not paying attention, Straight Drop and Cornelius pull up in a white Mercedes that they stole the day before. As soon as they spot Dolph, they instantly stop the car and hop out with choppers. And without hesitation, they start unleashing. After carrying out the hit, they speed off and head to a local neighborhood called Orange Mound. And here's where they arrive at the house of an associate named Hernandez Govan. Without wiping down the car, tossing blicks, changing license plates, nothing, they simply park in his driveway and walk inside in the same clothes they did the hit in. Now, why exactly are they there? Well, police say that they're there to collect the money from Jook, except that Govan is the middleman. So they inform him that they completed the job and they discuss where the payment will come from. They end up agreeing that Cornelius will get $45,000, Straight Drop will get $45,000, and Govan's cut is $10,000. Now to me, this is ridiculous. The risk involved in only getting $45,000 and then $10,000 for Govan? No way. But in a poverty-stricken city like Memphis, $45,000 is absolutely life-changing. So after being promised the money, the duo decide to cover their tracks. They wipe down the car for fingerprints and take the weapons used and throw them into the Mississippi River. And as far as the white Mercedes they used, well, they would just take it right next door to Govan and park it behind an abandoned house. So on January 5th, 2022, an arrest warrant would be made for Justin Johnson.
A breaking news update this afternoon. We are digging deeper into the criminal history of the man accused of killing beloved Memphis rapper Young Dolph. This afternoon, multiple law enforcement agencies are looking for Justin Johnson and offering thousands of dollars for information leading to his arrest. WREG's Shay Arthur spent the day investigating Johnson's past and is live tonight with what she found out. Shay, what do you have?
Hey Alex, yeah, that 23-year-old spent several years in federal prison, but he was released pretty recently, actually in May, for good conduct.
Tonight, U.S. Marshals, Memphis Police, and Tennessee Bureau of Investigation agents search for Justin Johnson, accused of murdering 36-year-old Adolph Thornton Jr., the well-known rapper Young Dolph. His death at a cookie shop sending shockwaves through the city. But tonight, we're learning Johnson was also responsible for another crime that also shocked innocent bystanders back in 2017. Records show at the time an 18-year-old Johnson got into a fight at Billy Hardwick's All-Star Lanes in East Memphis.
We heard ambulances, we heard police, we heard just the police cars screaming.
Police say he went to his car, got an assault rifle, and shot into the crowd, injuring multiple people. A few months later, court records show Johnson pleaded guilty to several charges of aggravated assault. A year later, officers say he drove a car into a gated apartment complex and refused to leave. Police say they found a loaded gun and marijuana in the car. Records indicate those charges were dropped. In 2019, he was committed to federal prison, then released May 25, 2021. Several sources have named Johnson as rapper Straight Drop. When we asked for law enforcement confirmation, we were directed to Straight Drop's Instagram page. Tonight, many fans are also making a connection, noticing where Straight Drop shot a video outside of an abandoned home. They believe it is the same spotted car matching the description as the getaway car in Young Dolph's death was discovered. That video was posted online following Young Dolph's death.
Not only did he park the car behind the abandoned house, but he also recorded a music video with the car after doing what he did.
Boy, you dumb as hell.
It's the same home seen here in this music video featuring Young Dolph's accused killer, Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop.
So now we know that Straight Drop is cooked. But let's now focus back on Dolph. This was a tragic loss for Memphis, but also for the rap community as a whole. Dolph was truly loved and respected by many, and his peers still rave about his character to this day.
One of my most memorable stories about Dolph is I was in Icebox, and I was just looking at a piece, in the jewelry store. Just checking it out, put it on. I was like, okay, I might come back, rock with it. I left out, they came running like, Zay, no, come back in here. Dolph bought that necklace for you. That's how, that's the type of dude Dolph was, so definitely miss my bro Dolph. You know what I mean? He one of them guys I can call to do anything. I need a verse, I need him to pull up to a show for me. He gonna do it. Big as he is, he gonna, do whatever, so.
He stopped the show, met my son, hugged him, took pictures with me. Like I say, this on stage now. He really took time to stop the show, take pictures with my son and his friend and everything.
A son, a father, a brother, a friend, a businessman, a music artist, a philanthropist, and life partner are all among just some of the titles that my brother Adolph Robert Thornton Jr. held.
After the tragic incident, many were left wondering, why was he moving around Memphis alone? After already having 2 attempts on his life, you'd think that he'd move smarter, right? Many assumptions can be made on why he was moving how he was moving, but maybe that's just who he was. He wasn't going to let a hater dictate whether he could go back to his neighborhood. He was going to move how he always moved. And even though this was obviously a tragic decision, it's also kind of respectable. But also people were wondering, where are his homies and does Dolph have any muscle in the streets of Memphis? He was a hustler, a great rapper, a father, a respected character and all, but as far as having power in the streets, we all kind of assumed that he didn't have it. However, boy were we wrong. After his passing, an absolute beast would be unleashed.